Hello, I am Dr. Ashok Kumar, Head Department of Zoology, Ganga Singh College, Chhapra, running under JP University, Muzaffarpur, Chhapra, Saran, Bihar. And today I am going to deal with the microbial spoilage. Microbial spoilage means the spoilage of fish is due to the microbes, that is due to bacteria. When spoilage takes place and ATP becomes ATP, and when macromolecules are converted into micromolecules, in that condition the bacteria invades the fish flesh, and bacterial spoilage the bacterial spoilage begins with the chemical alteration, chemical changes, that is post-mortem changes of the tissue. Bacteria are bacteria are microorganisms which can divide rapidly and forms a colony. That is the specialty of bacteria, that it divides rapidly and forms a colony on a substratum. They start anaerobic oxidation of the fish, oxidation of the flesh of the fish, and releases acids, volatile and non-volatile compounds, and spoilage is nothing but in reality it is the undigestive, it is the essence is nothing, it is more than partial digestion of food of bacteria, partial digestion of food of, that is spoilage. Bacteria of terrestrial origin which infects the fishes during handling, during storage, and they are harmful and very pathogenic. Pathogenic means disease causing. They cause disease and are infected during first of all after catching we wash, then during washing, after washing we incision, we make incision in abdominal region, so during and then degutting, and then evisceration, all the internal organs are removed out, so gutting, alimentary canal and all the related glands, they are removed from the place, and in this way so evisceration, gutting and icing or salt curing, icing and salt curing and canning, the infection of bacteria takes place during the activities. And the main bacteria which brings fish, which brings spoilage, microbial spoilage, they belong to the coli bacteria. They are coli bacteria, that is, for example, Escherichia coli, Streptococcus, Staphylococcus, Aeromonas, Pseudomonas, Salmonella, Clostridium. These are the common bacteria which infect the flesh of the fish. And Clostridium botulinum, that is very hazardous, that produces very powerful toxic substances which are lethal for human beings. hence which is found in the salt, that is this Clostridium botulinum can survive from above 6% saturation, which is found in the salt used for fish curing. So that infection takes place during the, and it requires more salt. It requires more salt for its saturation, and botulism, food poisoning in human. Botulism, food poisoning in human, takes place by the invasion of Clostridium botulinum. Further, less hazardous, that is Staphylococcus, food poisoning, Staphylococcus aureus, this one bacteria, its infection is mild. E. coli, Escherichia coli, its infection is also mild, and but they, Staphylococcus aureus, they dwell in the bronchus, here trachea divides into bronchus, so they remain in the bronchus and infected, and dwell in the nasal and bronchial passages, and so any person ailing from bronchial infection by the bacteria Staphylococcus aureus, and it is caused a sputum of men suffering from cold. If a man suffering from cold and bronchial infection, as this bacteria remains in the sputum, and from there this sputum comes out, and that infect the bacteria. Handling of fish by men ailing from such diseases, that is Staphylococcus spoilage, that cause Staphylococcus spoilage of fishes. Further, besides that, the one bacteria, that is flagellar bacteria, and that flagellar bacteria is Actinomycetes. Actinomycetes is flagellar bacteria, and besides Actinomycetes, flagellar bacteria, and the blue-green algae, they like Oscillatoria, they also infect the fish, and a chemical they develop off flavor, and so off flavor in bottom dwelling fishes like marigal, like common carp, they such bacteria, Actinomycetes bacteria and Oscillatoria, blue-green alga, they cause the compound geosmin, and this geosmin, Geosmin, geosmin produced by Actinomycetes and and green-blue alga Oscillatoria. And it produces off flavors, off taste, bad taste, and off flavors, which may be cured by holding the fish in flowing water for 7 to 14 days. So now spoilage of freshwater bacteria that takes place, how the fishes, freshwater fishes, they remain in contact of the pond bottom, they remain in the contact of soil, and they also come in contact with the plants in plants of the ponds or lakes or rivers, and then they come in contact with the air when they fly in the when they jump over the water, and ultimately for picking food from the pellets which float in the pond, and they handling and processing processes, they become contaminated with the bacteria, and the bacteria now this bacteria become infected. Bacteria enters in the body of the fish, that is in the flesh it enters, and then here within a day, and if icing or freezing, deep freezing is not done, then it spoils the protein by proteases. These bacteria produces proteases and decomposes the protein, which decompose the entire muscle protein within a day. Actin and myosin protein of the muscle, they becomes exhausted within a day. The skin of the fish becomes already affected and decomposed well in advance than the flesh. So, and the bad taste and off color or off odor, bad taste and off odor of the fish flesh, that occurs due to some compounds which are caused by the products proteinases, and they some decomposes the flesh by proteinases. Protein becomes decomposed by proteinases, and the like putrescine, like cadaverine. So these are the products: putrescine, cadaverine, pyridine, acetic acid, formic acid, butyric acid, isovaleric acid, and aldehyde derivatives. These are produced in fish body as the breakdown products of these are formed by these are the breakdown: putrescine, cadaverine, formic acid, pyridine, acetic acid, butyric acid, isovaleric acid, aldehyde derivatives. They are the byproducts of amino acids like lysine, arginine, histidine, aspartic acid. So these things are glutamine. And further, gill spoilage takes place by a specific enzyme that is called catalase, 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 which remains present in the RBC. In the RBC, catalase remains present, and that catalase enzyme that spoils the gill. Further, now spoilage of in marine fish, spoilage takes place by TMA. TMA is the trimethylamine oxide. That trimethylamine oxide is converted to TMAO. Trimethylamine oxide is converted to TMA, and that is the cause of real spoilage of the fish in the case of marine fish. Now, as the fishes undergo the spoilage, so for preserving the spoilage, it is must. Preservation of the fish is must. Then, what are the processes? First process is cleaning. Cleaning by water, chlorinated water, or saline water, that is, or sea water. Marine fishes are cleaned by sea water, and freshwater fishes are cleaned by chlorinated water. First is cleaning. Second is lowering of the temperature. Lowering of the temperature here, the enzyme for it lower if ice is kept or it is kept in freezer, then lowering of temperature takes place, and under that low temperature autolysis, that autolysis and enzymic activity retards. Autolysis does not take place, and enzymatic activity and growth of bacteria it also retards. So first is cleaning, second is lowering of the temperature, third is higher temperature. So this is like sterilization effect. As autoclave we keep anything, our different dissecting instruments inside the autoclave, so it is like sterilization, and at higher pressure, higher temperature. So higher temperature, at higher temperature, enzymatic sterilization effect, it destroys the autolytic enzymes. Hence, sun drying, smoking, canning is done at higher temperature. Dehydration. There are some dehydration. There are some bacteria which they are moisture-living bacteria. So, so attack of if dehydration is done there, so attack chances of attack is minimized by chances of attack by moisture-loving bacteria is minimized due to dehydration. There is no moisture, so it is minimized, and loss of moisture takes place, which curbs bacterial activity and even kills them. So loss of moisture curbs bacterial activity and even kills them. And the length of keeping period depends on degree of dehydration. Keeping period depends on degree of dehydration, and high temperature minimize the moisture content. High temperature minimize the moisture content. Then use of salt. Salt use, that is, we use salt in salt curing. Yesterday I had already explained that one layer of salt over which second layer is of fish flesh, then over above the fish flesh it is salt. So these salts absorb water from the body, and further after and they penetrate into the tissues and kills them, and kills the bacteria. Loss of moisture takes and even kills them. The length of keeping period depends. So use of salt, autolytic enzymes, water comes outside from the flesh of the fish, and the water is and the water and it remains in brine condition. Brine, inside the brine there is no bacteria can enter and is killed in the brine. The length of keeping period depends on degree. The bacterial growth is slowed down. Enzyme, it also causes autolytic enzymes. It also penetrates deeply in tissue, causing autolytic enzymes ineffective. Autolytic enzymes ineffective. So next is use of preservatives. What are the preservatives used? So ascorbic acid, that is vitamin C, it prevents. Vinegar, acetic acid used in pickles. Phenolic compounds like glycol, cresol, pyrogalol, catechol, Smoking is done by the compounds salicylic acid and boric acid. Sodium hypochlorite, it is though it is the best hypochlorite during but it is costly, but it is the best. And then sulfur dioxide and sodium bisulfate and sodium or potassium nitrite 0.2% as well as sodium chloride 5%. These compounds are incorporated in ice, and that ice and curing and the pieces are kept in those ice, and these things potassium nitrite or sodium nitrite as well as sodium chloride 5%, but it is done at less below 55 degrees Celsius. At 10 degrees Celsius it is reduced to the nitrogen by bacteria, Now antibiotics, that is chlorotetracycline 5% or oxytetracycline 5% or chloromycetin. These are the antibiotics which also used in preservation of the fish flesh. Then gamma radiation treatment is also done, that is gamma rays is useful in destroying Pseudomonas group. So these are the now methods of preservation. Now these are the preservatives which saves the flesh of fish from spoilage, and that is all about the fish preservation. Thank you.